I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up.
I think I do have more skills than Mike Tyson, as far as like, I mean, when I say I have more skills than Mike Tyson, guys smarter than, like, at a lower weight class always have more skill. It's no heavyweight ever in life.
You're the boxer and he's the puncher.
It depends on how I'm feeling that night.
Depends on how you're feeling going into the fight. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling like Mike Tyson today.
GervontaDavis explodes over Mike Tyson comparison and Jake Paul fight. GervontaDavis was visibly fired up when news broke that boxing legend Mike Tyson had joined Lamont Roach's camp ahead of their highly anticipated rematch. The announcement clearly hit a nerve, as Davis expressed growing frustration over constant comparisons to Tyson. "I've got that knockout power, but I've got more skills than Mike Tyson. Facts are facts," Davis declared, his emotions running high. He questioned why his technical prowess often goes unrecognized, making it clear he feels underestimated by fans and critics alike. Firmly rejecting the comparison, Davis said, "I'm not a little Mike Tyson," emphasizing that he's building his own legacy in the sport. While acknowledging Tyson's towering reputation in the boxing world, Davis insists it's time to stop viewing him as merely a Tyson lookalike. With the rematch approaching, he's determined to prove he's not walking in anyone's shadow, but forging a path of his own. Adding fuel to the fire, Davis didn't mince words when reacting to Tyson's upcoming fight with Jake Paul, calling it a stain on Tyson's legacy. "Who told Mike Tyson to fight anyway?" he asked, clearly baffled and frustrated. He expressed disbelief that one of the greatest boxers of all time would share a ring with a celebrity who lacks a serious boxing background. For Davis, this move tarnishes what Tyson stood for in the sport. He believes Tyson's legendary status should remain untouchable, not dragged into what he sees as a spectacle. His criticism reflects a deeper concern for preserving boxing's integrity and honoring those who've truly earned their place in the ring. Mike Tyson, down
following the Tyson fight. Tell us, exactly why, expound on that.
Because why would he even want to fight him? And who told Mike Tyson to fight anyway?
Do you think that it might have tarnished Mike's legacy in a way?
Yeah, they did. They definitely did.
Plays comparisons to Gervonta Tank Davis. When Mike Tyson was asked whether Gervonta Tank Davis reminded him of his younger self, a comparison often made by fans and analysts, Tyson responded with a chuckle and some unexpected honesty. "I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law," he said with a laugh, brushing off any serious connection between their boxing styles or approach to the sport. For Tyson, the only real common ground between them lies in their shared brushes with legal issues, an unfortunate but real aspect of both of their journeys. Tyson was quick to clarify that the constant comparisons between him and Davis inside the ring are far from accurate. While both fighters are known for their explosive power and turbulent personal lives, Tyson emphasized that their boxing styles are worlds apart. He pointed out that Davis brings a unique and technical approach to the ring, very different from the raw aggression and pressure Tyson was known for. Gervonta has his own style, Tyson noted, making it clear that Davis isn't mimicking anyone. He's forging his own identity in the sport.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
Sport. Tyson's comments reflect a deeper understanding of legacy. While he acknowledges the parallels in their off-ring lives, he insists that every fighter's path is different. Davis, in his eyes, is a talented boxer, carving out a future that belongs solely to him. In the end, Tyson made it clear, no matter how many similarities people try to draw, no two fighters, no matter how legendary, are ever truly the same. Roach versus Davis. A modern echo of Tyson versus Holyfield. Boxing fans have begun drawing striking comparisons between the first fight between Lamont Roach and Gervonta Tank Davis and the iconic clash between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. The parallels are hard to ignore. Both bouts featured a dominant, fearsome favorite squaring off against an opponent many considered too small, too fragile, or simply not up to the challenge. Just as Tyson was seen as an unstoppable force in his prime, Tank Davis entered his first fight with Roach as the clear favorite, bigger, stronger, and expected to
face off against one another. One guy was a massive favorite, had taken a loss, and was seen to be too small, right? And I'm talking about Evander Holyfield versus Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield was a major fight. A major fight. But Iron Mike Tyson was viewed as a destroyer, okay? He was the baddest man on the planet. He was indestructible. The fact that he lost to James Buster Douglas was an anomaly because Mike Tyson wasn't focused and he overlooked.
Dominate. But much like Tyson's stunning upset loss to Buster Douglas, Davis encountered far more resistance than anticipated. In the legendary Tyson versus Holyfield matchup, Holyfield was widely viewed as an underdog. Yet he withstood Tyson's early power, shots, and gradually turned the tide, frustrated.
Now, Lamont Roach didn't get the victory, but he frustrated Tank Davis, and we never seen Tank Davis look like that in the fight. He hit him with a shoulder bar. He tried to bite him at one point in time in the 6th round. He took a ill-advised knee and didn't get counted in the 9th round, right? A lot of things took place. He never truly hurt Lamont Roach, hit him with good, clean punches, but never got hurt. Lamont Roach ate the punches, similar to Holyfield.
The former champ and ultimately securing a win. Similarly, Roach surprised everyone with his grit and composure. Though he didn't walk away with the victory, he did what few had done before. He made Tank look uncomfortable. Roach absorbed Davis's best shots, landed clean punches of his own, and displayed a resilience that shifted the narrative. Much like Holyfield against Tyson, Roach wasn't overwhelmed. He stayed composed, fought smart, and proved he belonged on that stage. Though the fight didn't end in an upset, it cracked the aura of invincibility around Tank, just enough to raise eyebrows and fuel anticipation for the rematch. In the eyes of many, Roach versus Davis has become a modern echo of one of boxing's most unforgettable rivalries. Both the Tyson Holyfield and Roach Davis fights shine a spotlight on the mental and physical resilience of the underdogs. Just as Holyfield's victory over Tyson redefined what fans thought was possible, Roach's gritty performance against Tank has sparked serious conversations about how fighters respond when the odds and the punches are stacked against them. These parallels aren't just surface level. They cut deep into the psychology of boxing, where toughness isn't just about power, but about poise under pressure. Roach, like Holyfield before him, proved that heart, strategy, and resilience can shake even the most dominant of champions. And
this is a secret Lamont Roach knows. Tank can go get you if you're running away, because Tank is very good at knowing the distance where he has most leverage on his punches. If you think about Mike Tyson is strange to say, but he wasn't great with his power when he was very close on the inside. Mike Tyson was a mid-range puncher. That's why Mike Tyson could go in from a distance and step in and knock you out. But when y'all close, Mike Tyson didn't really have all his power in there. Neither does Tank. So if you're backing up, Tank can go get you. Other than that, Tank has to counter you. That's how Tank knocked out Rody. That's how Tank knocked out Ryan Garcia. That's how Tank hurt Mario Barrios and started that shit, that snowball. That's how Tank knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. That's why Tank talks so much. He needs you punching.
that's exactly what makes the rematch so compelling. As the boxing world gears up for Davis versus Roach 2, one question looms large. Will history repeat itself? Can Roach pull off a moment that echoes Holyfield's legendary upset? Or will Tank reassert his dominance? Either way, the stage is set for a showdown that could redefine both legacies. When boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult claimed that Lamont Roach has figured out the technique to beat Gervonta Tank Davis, it wasn't just hype. It was a bold statement grounded in deep fight IQ. According to Showbiz, Roach holds a unique insight into Tank's style, something that could prove crucial in neutralizing one of boxing's most dangerous fighters. At the core of Tank's dominance is his exceptional ability to control distance. Using slick footwork and impeccable timing, Davis stays just out of reach, launching powerful counterpunches while keeping himself protected. It's a skill that makes him elusive, explosive, and incredibly hard to hit cleanly. The comparison to Mike Tyson is especially telling. Tyson, like Davis, was feared for his knockout power, but Tyson's effectiveness was most lethal at mid-range, when opponents were within striking distance but not smothering him. When fighters managed to close that gap and pressure him on the inside, Tyson's power often became less effective.
Do you feel like you're the mini Mike Tyson?
Nah.
So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like...
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson, probably, if it was a challenge?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like... Mike Tyson got power and skills. I feel as though like I have like the whole package. Like I have Mike Tyson don't have like, you know? I think so.
So, what's your message to Brandon?
Who?
Brandon.
What Brandon?
I don't know. Brandon is the nigga that whooped my ass. If you could say something here real quick.
When we catch you, Brandon, we gonna get up with you.
Showbiz believes Davis shares that same vulnerability. If an opponent can slip inside Tank's comfort zone, neutralizing the space he thrives in, it could throw his entire rhythm off. And that's exactly what Roach may have discovered, a strategy that disrupts Tank's reliance on range and timing. According to Showbiz, Roach understands these nuances better than anyone Tank has faced. He knows how to force the fight into uncomfortable territory for Davis, cutting the distance, smothering the power, and breaking the rhythm that makes Tank so dangerous. If Roach can execute this plan, it might just be the key to one of boxing's biggest upsets. He won't just be fighting Tank's fists, he'll be challenging his entire fighting philosophy. And in a series of recent interviews, Gervonta Tank Davis hasn't held back, boldly stating that while Mike Tyson had both power and skill, he himself brings the full package to the ring. According to Davis, it's not just about punching power. It's about...
is signed and ready to go for the rematch, correct?
We y'all play so many head games, it's not even funny. Let me tell you something, bro. Lamont Roach has never been this big of a fighter before. Everyone knows Lamont Roach now. So he could be reaping the benefits of just enjoying his status of having that draw with Tank, while Tank is the one with the eye of the tiger. Tank is probably in the gym training his ass off and then sign the contract like, all right, we got to fight when? June. Oh, shit! Let's hurry up and dash your ass. Sugar Ray Leonard did that to Roberto Duran. Duran was told that he had a fight in a couple weeks, and he was like, dude, I'm 190 pounds in Panama, which is why Roberto Duran was out of shape in the No Mas fight and was like, no mas. So Tank could be over there working, sign the contract in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden Lamont Roach got to put a training camp together.
Boxing IQ, adaptability, and complete ring generalship, and in his eyes, he surpasses Tyson on all fronts. With these comments, Davis is clearly positioning himself as more than just a heavy hitter. He's painting himself as a strategist, a cerebral fighter who can read opponents, adjust on the fly, and control the pace and space of a bout in ways Tyson never did. But the statement raises eyebrows. Tyson is universally recognized as one of the most fearsome and skilled heavyweights of all time, a fighter who redefined the sport in the late 80s with his terrifying speed, explosive power, and psychological dominance. He didn't just beat opponents. He broke them mentally before the first punch.
Roach definitely earned my respect tonight. Definitely one of the first fighters to put Tank to the test. Just matching fire with fire. That was a good fight. For me, I need to see a rematch ASAP. But yeah, Tank definitely took the knee, 100%. I see Roach winning that 7-5 personally, but boxing is business, so they were never gonna let him have that win. Roach's timing was on point though. No easy knockouts tonight. Just sharp counters like Real, very good fighter, very good fighter. Let me know what you guys think, if that robbery was fair or not. Leave it in the comments.